Hello, this is Dylan75 Games. Welcome to my channel. This is my video on my rogue. He is a wood elf rogue. Sorry, he's not wood elf, he's half elf rogue. I just created him, and no, I don't plan to really take him to endgame. I created this video to show grouping, especially in the newbie area around Kelathan in Greater Fay. So I just started him up, and I fixed all my user interface to how I like it. I think I've shown this in videos before. I haven't shown how I make it, but this is how I like to set it up. Combat on the left side, main shadow on the right, and fix everything in the hot button bar. And let's see. So the first thing that happens is get rid of the tips. So I did destroy the Priest of Discord book. And so here is my newbie dagger, putting it in my melee slot. What is it? Left hand, primary melee slot. It shows it up right there. And I have a tattered note, and the first thing you always do is read it. Hail friend, I have use of somebody with your skills and talents. Please return this letter to me and join our cause. In return for your help, I will help train you and teach you the ways of our small association. Tilfon. So this is your very first thing you should always do. So it goes to Tilfon. Obviously, it's not going to go to Tiliana Shadowwalker. In fact, she doesn't do anything. She probably will train me, though. Okay, please don't show this again. So I start with 5 practice points. And I think at this point, the only thing that, I mean, look at all the things I can train into. Backstab at 10. The only thing I can really do is put it into sense heading, as far as I know, first level. Put 1 point into sense heading, and that should set it off easier than just trying it on your own without putting a point into. I don't even know if it actually will go up if you don't put 1 point into it. Oh, so you do get archery. Disarm at 27. Disarm traps at 15. What traps? I've never come across a trap. Dodge comes really fast. Double attack at 16. Dual wield at 13. Hide at 3. Pick lock. I've never run across a lock at 5. And parry at 12. Safe fall. I remember that now. And sneak. Maybe we'll put a point in that because we can start off with sneak. Swimming isn't too important to put a point into, though it won't hurt. Pickpockets at level 7. That's probably where you see the corpses in the bank all the time. Not sure why they would target the bankers. If I was going to pickpocket, I would probably do it in combat. Like, I've actually seen rogues do that. They get behind their target and they pick their pockets. Sense traps. What trap? Interesting. Okay, so we have 1 point sense heading, 1 point sneak, and 1 point in swimming. Now we have to find this Tilfon. Oh, see, this is where I actually started out. Now I didn't know that they do this. This has to be the only class in Kelathan that I'm aware of that will actually start you out in your guild. Because it's called the Scouts of Tunair, right? Yeah. It's actually not easy to find. It's about the farthest guild point from the lifts. The furthest guild hall from the lifts. So here's Tilfon. Give that to him. So now that's handed into him. Here's my tunic, old worn gray tunic that he gives you. It's just for rogue elfin and half elf. Stick that on your character, and there you go. And I got half a yellow bar, just for handing that in. Although experience at below 10 will come like that. So as a merchant, obviously I have no money. I'm going to do a trade and get a bit of a better weapon. With my bard, who doesn't really have much, but he'll have a weapon that'll probably do me just fine up to about, well, according to other people, probably level 5. But if you really want to go classical EQ, it's probably good up to about level 15. And then after 15, you should be looking for something better. It's Crook Stinger, does 4 damage, but has a 6 dot effect that you can Proc. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do the trade. And I'll trade him everything off my bard, which isn't very much. He's a few banded pieces. Doesn't have his shirt, though. No banded tunic. And we'll be back. This is just me doing a quick item transfer. Dropping off bags. If I can drop them in here. It's not allowing me to do anything. Maybe I need to pick a different spot. Okay. We will pick a different spot. There's a little place. This is my bard I have. It's got him level 3. Not really interested in leveling him up. Now there's a better place that I like to go to do my little drop-offs. Now what I'll have to do is I'll have to go and park him there. Then get my new rogue, Tekin. I'll bring him up over there. Then I'll switch back to Tashel and then I'll drop them off. You have to pick a place that's out of the way that you don't think that anybody will go to. Definitely not a guild or a shop. But there's plenty of buildings around Kellethan, and as far as I know, every city, every main city, is going to have empty buildings that no one's going to go into. So Fletcher's on the left, Warrior on the right. I want to keep going. Seems to be very foggy around Kellethan right now. Look at this. I don't really know. I haven't seen that too often. It's usually clearer than this, or is this normal? No, it's starting to rain. You know what I noticed? I think that music is playing, but I don't even hear it on my end. There we go. We can hear the music. I could just barely make it out now. Very calming music around Kellethan. Okay, so this looks like it. I think so. Yeah, this is where I go. It's got the fireplace at the beginning. Nice and big, and allows you to put your bags down freely. So I'll be back once the item transfer is done. So here's my bags. Pick them up. Make sure that you don't take too long to get to them because they expire after, what, 7 minutes? Like everything else does for corpses and stuff. Okay. We will be a little bit better now. Not too much. So I've got a shoulder pad. A bit of meat. Some bone chips. Belt. Leather belt. Leather cloak. Just a light stone, not a greater. Better than nothing. Yeah, headpiece. Oh, what's this? Small iron boots. Can't wear them? He can't wear them. Wonder why. It says rogue. Rogue and high elf. Doesn't say my race. So it's my race can't wear small iron. Oh, small. Yeah. Bone leg plates. Sorry. Let's get rid of the newbie dagger. Destroy. Let's move this window up here so it'll always be there. Patchwork. Oh, it's small. No good to us. This might not fit either. I never thought of that because they don't wear small. This is just regular size, so we'll sell everything else. Leather gorgets. Well, it's better than nothing. I do have to say that. This quick stinger will probably do me very good till about level 15. Be very careful about falling off in Kellethan. Doesn't matter if you have your frames per second maxed, like I used to down here, but 30 is the way the game was meant to be played. So if I jump off here with 30 frames per second, I will die. I'll end up a corpse like that guy, Razzletang. I might take 32k worth of damage. And considering I probably have, what, 27 hit points? Yeah. Man, does it ever feel like I'm going slow after playing with Shaman with his so on all the time. So it's so 24 plat. Holy good bejesus. Just for this crappy thing? Wow. What's going on? Small chainmail gloves for 28 plat? I have more money than Sarkis now almost. That's insane. Wolf skins will do me no good. Since I have so much money, it's Dwarven Ringmail Tunic. That's not that great. 12 armor class. Rogue can wear it. High. Where is it? What is half elf? Dark elf, high elf, elf, dwarf, halfling, gnome. So it's not for my race. Let's see. Race all. Let's find out a piece of equipment that actually says race all. Might all say. Erudite, elf, high elf, dark elf, half elf, HEF. So, since basically I'm more rich than I've ever been at level 1 without even trying, we should stack up. That's rawhide. Rawhide really sucks. I was hoping for... I might have to go to Felwith to buy full-on leather. I just need, like, arms, wrist, and boots. Yeah. Oh, he's got bottled milk here. Let's fix up our food. I like to sort everything. I don't like to just have everything go crazy. And milk. What's this? Wolf meat. Useless. Useless unless you're cooking. So these are quest items. So is this. It's all for questing around Calithin. Okay, so I'll go get the armor and then I'll go back to the newbie zone with my slow run. So Merchant Tisan is the merchant I used to buy my leather. He sells all the cloth parts and all the leather parts, as you can see here. And he is in this building right here, Faydark of Bane. And here is the Bard, and they give out Bard's quests whenever you see them. And you can make a little bit of money off of it. So, hail. Since I know what it is, actually I'll just type it out so everyone can see. I am interested. See where it says it's in brackets? Always make sure that that's there. And there's another one at the end, mail. So interested in mail. I am interested in mail. He has messages that need to go. Well, right now I have one that needs to go to Calithin. Will you deliver mail to Calithin for me? I will deliver to Calithin. And so he gave me the envelope. It's in my cursor. Stick it right there. Take it to the Bard's Guild in Calithin, and you'll make a few gold upwards to a plat and a bit of experience. So I'm definitely not twinked, but I'm pretty uber for under 5. Nothing in the newbie area will challenge me. But I do have to warn you, like, your first kill, if you're using the weapons that they give you and just the cloth tunic you get from your guild master, it will be a bit of a challenging fight. You go after a level 1, whatever, say a bat or a wasp. Watch out, because wasps will gang up on you if another one comes by and you're fighting one. So that fight is a bit challenging. I almost lost. I think it was with my Bard I almost lost because I didn't have anything on him other than what he started with. It does remind me of my very, very first fight in, what was that? Dark Age of Camelot, yes. Very first fight. I think it was a hunter. It was like a kobold hunter, Midgard. I'm not sure if it's a hunter or whatever they call it. It had a pet and used like a bow, or I eventually got a pet and used a bow and a spear or whatever. Very, very first fight in that game, I actually lost and died. I think I walked right out of my starting little point. It was probably like a little fort with a couple trainers in it and vendors, and that was it. And a couple guards at the entrance, and that was it. It was a very, very small place. And I attacked the first thing I saw, which I thought was appropriate to my level. It was the same level as me. And the skeleton or whatever it was just killed me. That's never ever happened in any other MMO. So just because it's a bit challenging in this game doesn't mean it's the hardest MMO ever. Now I know Dark Age of Camelot was actually a really, compared to EverQuest, I would actually say I miss it for its PvP, which EverQuest is basically devoid of any meaningful PvP as far as I'm concerned. I really, really miss Dark Age of Camelot. Just like I miss Warhammer Online. But Warhammer Online I cannot go back to as far as I know because it basically just died. I'm sure there's still a bit of game to be had, but that's over and done with. I'd like to say I'm off to new things, but it looks like I've gone retro with Project 99 EverQuest. Okay, so yes, another thing I mean to tell you is beware of an orc. Is it a legionnaire? No, it's not a legionnaire. It's orc centurion that wanders around this area. And being under 5 and under, it will murder you. I'm just level 1. I haven't even attacked anything. I'd be dead in 1 or 2 hits. So here's the newbie lift up ahead. And I made it. On my way to Felwith, I did see that orc. And actually, I think on my ranger, it did kill me. Okay, so yeah, let's go up the lift. Click on here. Bring it down. I've memorized Kelethin. Pretty much. I know how to get everywhere. And I would recommend that you get a map and find out the relevant points in Kelethin that you need to go to. Okay, so that was the newbie lift. I'd like to go over here. The Bard Guild should be right to the left. Yeah, there it is. It's just so foggy right now, it's hard to see things. Oh, who am I supposed to take it to? That's another thing. Remember the name that they tell you to take it to. Oh, all this plat stuff. Okay, take this letter to Jacob Webb Dancer. Because you can easily give it to anybody else and nothing will happen. And then you just wasted that. So, looks like another half bar. And I have 9 gold pieces just from that. Very, very close. Let's go murder some bats and bees and the odd orc. Now, one thing I like to do in all the starter cities is 5 and under, I like to go for the quests. Now, there's various quests around every city as far as I know. I cannot speak for everything like Hallis because I've never played in Hallis. But, yeah, so I would encourage looking up the P99 wiki and go to the city, say, Kelethin map. Or, sorry, Greater Fay, because that's where Kelethin is. Or you can just look up Kelethin, I don't know. Probably the same thing. And it'll have a list of all the quests there that you can do. And just look for everything 5 and under. And the requirements and who to take it to, or what they need. So right now, I think there's actually a quest on Felwith. I haven't done it before. Maybe I should look that up for bone chips. Now, when I first started on my ranger, I was always, actually, I would recommend this to anyone. Even look at this, buying bone chips, Centel. Kelethin and Greater Fay don't really have many skeletons. There is skeletons around, but they just don't really have too many of them, and it's hard to save up a lot as opposed to Field of Bone, where you start out as an Ixar. There's millions of skeletons. So, unlimited skeletons around Cabalus, not too many around Calithin or Felwith, though I would recommend saving them up. You will get people buying them for 10 plat per stack. Let's use Crook Stinger, since I don't even know if I have any skills in anything, actually. Skills, so 0 for my melee. Common Tongue and Elvish, of course, that's all you start out with. And Piercing. No, I start out 5 in Piercing, and that's what my weapon, Crook Stinger, is. It's a piercing weapon. Piercing attack, delay 21, damage 4. It's low damage, but the effect goes off quite often, and it starts, I think it starts at level 1. Here we go, first combat. I hope this song isn't too loud. I'm actually going to turn it down some because it's annoying. That went really easily. Actually, the guard might kill it. But we got it. I didn't even take any damage. Goes to show you what my armor has done for me. I have AC of 110, which under 5 is probably pretty fantastic. Though, I have seen people, I'll never forget this, when I went into, was it Crushbone? There's a level 2 rogue in there, or it was a level 2 halfling warrior. He was in there. He was doing more damage than I was at like level 12 to an orc. And he was twinked out. Completely twinked. Kill a wasp. Watch out. Don't just attack everything. Always con it. It's so white is even with me, which is fine for under 5. So he hit me once. Or, sorry, no, he's hit me quite a few times, but it's brought me down to 88%. But from what I just saw, I went from 100 to 88% one hit. Not sure what happened there. Shouldn't take too many to get to level 2. Then my piercing is going up. It's gone up 3 points already after the 3rd fight. Offense is going up as well. What do we have here? Bastoons. Sounds like a bard. Will-o-wisp is dead red. I think they're around 8, 9, 10. They're indifferent. The only thing that will attack you in the newbie area in Greater Fay will be the orcs. Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry, the skeletons will also attack you too. Nothing to worry about. They're level 1. They stay level 1. The decaying skeletons. Making short work of them now. As you scale up, you will hit them more often. Comes a bat. There was just somebody offering to buy bat wings, 10 plat per stack. I don't know why they would do that. Because I think you can just get it from the vendor at the top of the lifts. That's where everyone sells their bat wings. Or perhaps they're out, I don't know. But it's also a good way to help out newbies. Get money, especially if you're not able to twink them. It seems like just about everything is taken in the newbie area here. My recommendation would be to start calling out for a group once you hit level 5. Now, this person's been calling out since they're level 1. really nothing you can do outside the newbie zone. XP comes so fast. Most people, unless they have bags already bought for them, they're not going to have the room to be sticking around that often. And here I go, level 2. Save bat fur and save your bat wings. Bat wings aren't too important. I mean, I find that hardly anybody buys them. I know around Cabalist you can actually buy them for like 5 copper each from vendors. They sell them. And no, they're not sold there from players. They're actually sold from the vendors. And as far as I know, the only thing that Batwings do, other than Batwing Crunchies, is to allow you to cast a Levitate spell. My piercing's up to 11 now. Oh, see, Crook Stinger went off. The effect just happened. Maybe it's level 2. Maybe it starts at level 2. I don't know. Okay, so what do I have here for the quest? See, Pixie Dust. I think you need like 6 or 8 of them for a quest out of the Rangers Guild. Warriors Guild, Spiderling Eye, Bat Fur. I think it's Spiderling Silk. And it's one more. You know what it might have been? It might have been Wolf. Yeah. Treylana is healing me. So if I see a wolf, I'll go attack it. But you know what? I think I screwed up. I need a ruined wolf pelt. And I do believe I sold it to a vendor. Not a big deal. And wolves do occasionally come around here. Not as often as you see skeletons, so not too often. Destroying bats. So level 2, I'm able to kill the little orcs that come through here. Those will aggro on you, and if you're not prepared, they can kill you. Oh, there's nothing around here to fight, and the weather's not helping either. Well, what I'll do is I'll get up to, say, level 5, and then I'll see about grouping at Orc Hill. It'll take me a few hours, I'll bet. Maybe when I have all the requirements to hand in a quest, I'll show that. Okay, we're now level 3. Time to go to my Guildmaster. There's something I can train in. I think it's Hide. Be nice to actually be able to skill up in Hide. Hide is a very good thing to do when you're trying to rest in an area, or if some big baddie's walking by, you just hide. And yeah, so right now actually I haven't been practicing my sneak. Look at this. You are as quiet as a herd of running elephants. That's the first time I ever tried sneak. That's cool. It's never told me before if I'm successful or not. Because I have it on Theron, my ranger. I don't even know where I'm going here. Okay, so is this the lift? That's the lift over there. Let's go up this way. I think it's just take all lefts as much as possible to get to the Scouts of Tenaire. The furthest platform from the lift. And oh no, so here we go. There's one. Here it is. Scouts of Tenaire. Yeah, just take all the lefts possible. And Tilthon will train me up. Now what did I get? I believe it's Hide. So Dodge is next level. That's really cool. Hide. one thing in train. There we go. It gave me the cursor for it, the hot button for it. You know where I like to put that is right next to sit on the far end. And pick lock is at 5. I have no idea what I'm going to use that on. Pickpockets. That could be fun. Oh, and they get to make poison as well as a rogue. So let's sell what I believe is worth nothing to for the quests. Picked up a rusty two-handed sword, very heavy. See, I'm greedy, and I think it's smart to pick up everything possible when you, no matter what, even if you're in the newbie zone, even if you have hundreds of plat, I just take it all. Really can't go wrong with it. So it's 12 bone chips. I like to put it where I can see it. And it looks like we need to hit the bank up because this is too much. And the bank is very easy to find. So let's go back to the newbie lift. And yeah, it took me a while. Better at hide. Yeah, because I put a point in it. It took me a while to find out everything, where everything was in Culleton. Oh, and you know what? I messed up. I didn't look for a newbie quest. Here I am talking about questing. But I forget what it is. So I know the druids want, like, rusty daggers or something. Hail them. You dare speak with the loyal member of the Scouts of Tenera? You are truly foolish. Run away while you still can. Okay. I dare. So you think you have what it takes to be a Scout of Tenera. Come back with 2 gold and 2 rusty daggers, and I'll make it worth your while. Rusty dagger. Okay. So that's what he wants, but the problem is it's not easy to come across rusty dagger unless somebody's selling it. Let's see if she gives out a quest. I think generally they give out 1 quest per class. Guild hall, whatever you want to call it. I will have to start buying bandages eventually. Probably should buy another backpack. Buy 2 more. I'll put 2 in the bank. Oh, a CB belt? What? Are you serious? Somebody's put it here? For 4 silver, I'm buying those. They're worth a couple plat each. If you sell them to other players. So here we see some rusty weapons, but I don't see any rusty daggers. Oh, another thing I might want to get is throwing knife. I don't know anything about these. So rogue, I mean they sell them, so obviously a rogue can use them. And that would be like my ranged attack. Buying all CB belt at CB entrance. So, stack of 20. I think that's 2 gold. Yes. Buy a couple stacks for now. And I can also get a shuriken. This is what monks use. So his range is 60 for shuriken. 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 For anyone who doesn't know this, I actually had to look this up, how to pronounce it properly. And as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but going on what it said when you look up shuriken, it is actually shuriken. It's a Japanese word as far as I know. I know when I brought it up in my D&D game, the leader, what do you call them? Dungeon Master. He made fun of me and said it's called Shuriken, but it's not. It's Shuriken. Just bring that up. Range 45. So yes, a Shuriken is much better than a throwing knife. We can buy them both. And they're worth the same amount, so 2 gold is a bit for somebody, for a newbie who doesn't have any money. Lockpicks. Probably should buy that as well. It's worth a plat. What else do I need? Somebody... I will buy these bone chips. Somebody sold them. What the heck is a brute hide? Never heard of that. And bandages. I think we should buy them. A little expensive. We won't need them till probably around starting after 10. Maybe in my teens anyway. Okay, so we were talking about going to the bank. But one thing I should say that on Calathon, you should always check around. Because, yep, look. Ah, crap, I'm dead. And that's how easy it is to die. 32,000 points of damage. I should be bound at the newbie lift area. Hey, I became better at hide. Always got to look for the positives. It's funny because when I first started with my ranger, I was running around Calathon, and I had the frames per second. Actually, I'm starting my guild hall. Frames per second maxed out. And I was falling for like 1 damage, 2, 3 damage. I think the most I've ever seen was 12 damage. I had been knocked unconscious. I didn't lose any experience. I just got to run down and get my corpse. Wherever it is. So be very, very careful. Where the heck is my corpse? There it is. Yikes, that is scary now. I wasn't scared of this with my ranger because with the frames per second maxed out, you won't take any damage, pretty much. Okay, so they'll train, but hail. So it looks like they do have the quest. Are not the woods of Faydark a lovely sight? Tuner has truly blessed us. It is unfortunate that the orcs of Crushbone Citadel have chosen to invade our lands. Within the Greater Faydark can be found the entrance to Crushbone Citadel, home of the orcs. They have increased their raids on our lands. We do not know why. The High Elder of Calathon has instructed us to keep tabs on the orcs' movements. How would you like to assist the scouts? Assist the scouts. I will assist the scouts. So it's if you see this, it's not just typing in. Maybe it is. I could just have put in assist the scouts, but that was in there right there. If you can see it, yet nothing happened. So I went to I will assist the scouts, and then it worked. We trust this operation, high-standing rogues of the Scouts of Tuner. Easy it may be, but the reward is a scout cape. Wow, I've never heard of this. The scout cape is meant for Scouts of Tuner only. Have you contributed to the Scouts' cause? I will? No, that doesn't even make any sense. I'm just going to write down exactly what she said. Contributed. If I can type. To the Scouts' cause. Scout cape is meant for Scouts of Tuner only. Have you contributed to the Scouts' cause? What am I missing here? I have. I'm just going to type out shift up. Damn it. Scout cape. Okay, so I'm going to look this up. Okay, so looking this up on P99 Wiki, it says, I have contributed to the Scouts' cause. And that's exactly what I wrote. I have... You know what I see? I see her writing something different. I see what I did wrong. It's the apostrophe is in the wrong place. Scouts is meant as a group. It's like that. There we go. So I have a token. So we have heard. Here, then, take this coin, venture into Crushbone, and find our scout, Kellin. He is posing as a slave to gain information. He tries to work very close to an opening in a cave near the moats. Find this point and wait for him to appear. Give him the coin, and he shall give you the information you'll return to me. Well, it's level 1 quest, so I assume that you'll be able to just do that and come back. Let's go get our corpse. Holy man, that's bad. Corpse do decay, and the lower level you are. You know what? I don't even know why I'm doing this. Let's go cheat and do it the easy way. If anyone else is thinking of it. So here's my guild. I will show you the difference between falling. You watch, it won't work. I have to load into it like that. Damn well better work. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, what the heck? Oh, look at the damage. 4-7. Jeez. Pain and suffering punched you for 32 cave damage. What's going on? It's making me look like a liar. I'm surprised that didn't kill me. We're gonna try one more time. Please work. Max frames per second. Okay. Oh, I lived 60 damage. I don't know what's going on before when I was only taking a little bit of damage. And the problem is we have to find my darn corpse. Look for the two corpses right next to each other. There they are. Definitely need to... Let's see the decay time. Oh, it would decay in 6 days. We're fine. I thought it might have been hours. I'm too far away to loot my own corpse. Okay. Let's loot this corpse. There's nothing... Oh, the coin is on it. I may not loot this corpse this time. That's very, very interesting. Sit. First person's perspective then. Please work. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Something I also forgot to show off. Sense heading. I haven't been using it. Bind wound. We need that. Fishing. Begging. I don't know what open or inspect. Forget it. Hide's already up there. Sneak is already up there. Okay. Whoa. What's going on here? Let's put this. Hold down left button. Fishing. If you want, yeah, bacon's there, it's fine. Not that I really use those that much. Oh, yeah. Let's create a new one. Hold down left trigger. No, it's right. Just right. Don't hold it down. Just right click it. So drag. Oh, I think it's just corpse. I'm gonna name it to because it is dragging your corpse. Corpse. Everyone should have this. See, it allows you to pull it to safety. If there's baddies wandering by, you do not want to be there looting your own corpse. There we go. Right click on everything. They should all go right back in their spots. Alright, let's put that there. You there, you there, you there. Where's my food? Right here. Let's use up these daggers first and put it in my range slot. Looks like we're good. Let's go to the bank. We gotta go find it now. Oh, that's another thing I didn't do. Very, very necessary. Lock. Location. Oops. This is one of the most useful commands in the game. Where would I want to put it? Maybe there and there. So when you memorize the locks of everything, or someone will tell you what location they are, you got to try to find it. Maneuver each of the numbers until they match up with where you want to be. I think I'm looking for about 150 and 0 plus 150 and 0. Not going the right way. Gonna get lost out here. Oh, you know where I have that? This is universal for all your characters. Note. Another thing. Go note. Accept. Left click to hold down. Put note. And here we go. I have notes of where everything is. So the pod lift is 150 and 200. Need to be going, I think, this way. This should take me right to it. This is a good way of keeping track without having to write it down and losing your notes. See, I have for my cleric, the Nereac quests and stuff like that. I had a whole bunch more written down here, but as I did them and figured I didn't need to do them anymore, I just erased them. And here is for my fletching. Oh, this is still relevant because I'm at like 169 in fletching. Very expensive way to bring it up, but it's the only way to do it once you get up to high level. And here we are. It's the pod lift. Boy, a lot more people are in the zone. When I first came on, there was like 4 or 5 people. Right when I created this guy. Okay, so we want to go to the bank, and I always go to the pod lift. Where the Priest of Discord is. Right there. That guy who seems pretty useless. I remember the old story, one guild finally got together and took down the Priest of Discord. I think he's a different faction than anything else, so none of the guards will attack you, I believe. Yeah, and on the Priest of Discord there was about, what, 100 rusty weapons? The NPCs keep everything that you give them, so if you just walk right up to them and give them anything, you know, you can give them anything and they'll keep it on them. So go to cancel. Okay, so we're at the top of the lift from the pod, and you know where the lift is because it always says to the Faydark. And you go straight ahead from the lift on the first platform. Take the first one. Always look for the ramp that's going up to the left from the first platform. And here you are. Here's the bank. Very, very simple. Captain Barbosa. I don't think I'm going to be like every other rogue and go after the banker. So we're here not to sell. What the heck happened to all my money? Probably went with the ranged weapons I bought and the backpacks. Okay, so these are empty backpacks. You should always have some backpacks in your bank. That looks pretty darn full. Another empty one. You can upgrade your backpacks to is it handmade backpacks? They're a little lighter, and there's some other backpacks. There's probably about half a dozen different types. I think there's one that does 100%, takes all the weight. So if you get like the first one, they usually sell between 60 and 100. There's a handmade backpack or tailor-made backpack, whatever it is. It has 10 slots and reduces the weight of everything inside by 10%. Weight isn't too important so far. See, I'm sitting at 61, 80. 80 is really not a very good strength to have because it goes by your strength, right? 80. And that's how many stones, pounds. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Stone might be better. When I'm in full banded, there will be a weight issue. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to go to Crushbone now, regardless if it's a level 1 quest. Every orc will kill me on the way. Every centurion out there, and there's many of them past the newbie zone. So I do want to fix my frames per second. It did work. It didn't work as well as I thought it would. Frames per second, down to 30 again. So we're good. Now, I'm level 3. I should have done it because it was right by the bank. There's a pouch you can pick up. And the Ranger Guild wants pixie dust. And it's not a bad way of... it's not so much that it will get you all this experience. What it does, it kind of gives you something to aim for when you're out in newbie zone. Got to watch out for the orc centurion. He's right around here. There's a one or two that wanders back and forth this way. Quite often I've seen people get attacked and killed. Try to help them. I think I've helped a few people out. And you usually see a corpse or two. I haven't seen anything so far. I don't know, Greater Fay seems to be a lot more dead than it used to be. When I first logged on, you can see a maximum of about 40 players. And I know it's 11 o'clock here, Pacific Standard Time. There's 13 players out. It's not too many. Oh, so we want the wolf pelt. Sure, am I using Crook Stinger? Looks like it, yep. No wolf pelt. Okay, here we go. This is the tricksters. They drop the pixie dust. But if you attack one around a fairy noble will intervene and murder you. And I'm not sure what the fairy nobles are, but there's different ones. There's fairy noble, there's fairy guard, and one of them is like level 25. You're dead before you even know it. But the fairies are actually, they're like considered a good race. Oh my gosh, this person's selling 87 Crushbone belts. It's the mother lode for a newbie. This Pixie is really moving. There's another one here. So always keep a lookout around you. It's not as bad as I make it sound. There's just a few of those fairies around. Looks like there's more. There's another one over there. Let's kill this Pixie. And the fairies do have a bit of a distinctive look from a distance. These Pixies are up to no good. They're really, lore-wise, they're bad. They're assisting the orcs with trying to burn down the trees or something like that. That's why they have the name Trickster. I guess they've tricked the fairies. Where'd they go? You know, this would be a lot easier with my ranger because I was just able to go back and forth and track them all down with his tracking. This trickster is going into an area I don't want to be in. It's getting dangerously close to the orc lands. No orcs that I can see. So that's Crickstinger going off and poisoning her. There's a fairy dust. Pixie dust. Pixie dust is also used in other things. I've seen people in East Commons selling them. I forget what it's used for. It might be a baking thing. Wow, I think I'm kind of lost. Okay, so what I haven't done is what I should be doing. Which, if it makes sense, I should be binding my key. Move forward, bind it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's all you do is hit 9, right? Yeah. It's not working. This happened to me before, and I should go watch my video on how I did it properly. Hotbar 1 W. Okay, now it's working. So, see, sense heading just went up to 2. Every time you push forward now, sense heading will go off. And in no time flat, without even trying, you'll get your sense heading maxed. I actually don't find it as helpful. There's an orc. That's the orc centurion. He's yellow. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna try him. We're semi-twinked. It's too far away. There we go. Ouch. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. If you have a chance of dying, which I do. Yeah, that's not good. I'm going. Jump. And they say going diagonal also helps. So he'd be level 4. Don't take your endurance bar below 40. Because then you start to slow down. This is not where I want to be, though. Maybe I should have run to Felwith. Yeah, that orc would make short work of me. That's really bad. One hit from the guard. Okay. Let's go back and do what we wanted to do. At least I was able to use my little ranged weapon. 45 range. Definitely going to start using shurikens now. But I'm not sure if I can use a bow. Because that would be better. You know what? I'm pretty certain you can, because the guy that was helping me out, he was... Look at this. He was a rogue, and he was buying bows, and he was buying... I was giving him arrows. So you definitely can. I'll have to get my ranger to come and give him a really good bow. But for now, I'll use little throwing knives. I don't know what, if any, advantage throwing knives would give to a rogue over a bow. We'll use up the stacks I have, and just wait for whenever I can get Theron out, because he's in Lake of Ill Omen from doing that transfer about a week or so back, 2 weeks ago. I haven't been playing him too much lately. I wouldn't stay here if I was her. She's already died. I heard her death scream when I was in the newbie zone, and I was wondering who did that, and I shouted out to out of character and says, okay, who just died? And Trilania said that she did. So this is where the pixies like to hang out. No, always check them to make sure that they're not a fairy. It's a trickster. I suppose I should be using my ranged weapon to try to get the range skill up. I don't know what that would count as. Would that be archery for a throwing weapon? Or is it its own skill? I don't know. It would be probably just throwing. Yeah, throwing. It's its own skill. I know monks use them. You don't have much to fear unless... Actually, you do. Fighting a pixie, because this is the primary where the fairies are. But you don't really... Other than that, if you're not fighting a pixie, you don't have much to fear at all. But I will warn you, It hasn't happened to me yet, but logically it should happen. If you're sitting here, say AFK, the more pixies you kill, your faction with them will drop. So they will start to aggro on you when you're close by. So if you're sitting here AFK, pixie wanders by, they'll just start attacking. If a fairy sees that, they probably will attack you too. Oh, and here's an orc. My first orc pawn I've come across is this character. Excuse me, big yawn. Orcs are level, the orc pawns are level 2. And he dropped a short beer and rusty flail. No rusty dagger, unfortunately. And we're over encumbered. Let's drink this beer. So you have to take this and put it in an empty slot to drink. Oh, and here's a spider. They're level 2 as well. You can't go wrong with spiderling silk. Yeah, drinking beer takes down your wisdom and your intelligence, but let's see. It can bring up your strength. Not sure, and your stamina. Not sure what else it can do. I haven't really tested drinking too much in this game. But there's like a crafting skill, brewery, so you can build a whole bunch of, or craft a whole bunch of alcohol. Oh, is my phone charged? Okay, so we're not really after bats. We are after pixies. And this is where I really miss tracking. There's one. Maybe I should put a point into throwing. I think Azel is in my guild. Yeah, supremacy. 35, that's what I got my wizard up to. Dreadlands, CT, where is CT? I don't know what CT is. Oh, rusty dagger. There, we can hand that in. I think he said, is it 2 rusty daggers? Anyways, we'll hold on to it. Pixies, where are you? I mean, these are all blues, all these bats and wasps. I could just destroy them all if I wanted to, for experience. There's nothing else around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep hunting pixies. I think I'll try for 8. 8 pixie dust. There's one right there. Or is that a fairy? Looked like a fairy, actually. No, it's Trickster. Look out for the fairies. So I'll kill them. And then show me handing it in. So we'll be back. Here we are at the bank. We want to go to the Ranger Guild. So you go to the left and up another ramp to this platform, then you go down. Always make sure you don't just go like this to where you think the ramp will be. You make sure. As you saw earlier, it's very easy to die. Down the ramp, and then you see Faydark's champions. He's amiably. Now, I'm not sure who has the quest. Who gives it out? It might be her. Maybe it's Round Sunfire. apprehensively. I figured that the rangers wouldn't like a rogue. I follow Bristlebane, which is I don't know, trickster, god of tricksters. Pixie tricksters. I will exterminate the pixies. Okay, so it's 6 each. I had 8. Put them all in singles, otherwise it won't work. So hold down Control and left click. Combine, and there you go. And then you hand it into round Sunfire. Give. And she gives a random piece of armor, rawhide, which is useless because I have a bandit helm, which is twice the AC. I do believe this guy is like the head of the Ranger Guild. Now, because they look at me apprehensively, that's the lowest that you can get with somebody and still sell. They'll sell to you. And dubiously, they won't attack you, but they won't sell to you either. That's the level below apprehensively. And then threateningly and scowling is obviously the worst. So actually, it's as far as I know, I always thought it was Mason Trueshot. That's the head of the, not this guy, the head of the Rangers Guild. So let's sell to him. This rawhide cap. Okay. Now, you know what I find? It always helps to look to see what the vendors have, to see what players have sold to them. Because, I'll show you right now. So, I think it's down is the Druid guilds down there, right there. So let's go up and then down, and I'll show you why it always pays to look at what the vendors have. Especially if you're a lowbie like this character. I could easily say that I'm still lowbie with all my characters in P99. 25 being my highest level character. Oh gosh, I hope I remember where it was. And was it him? Yes, see now look, I need more banded pieces, and this guy's selling this 119 quantity that somebody has sold to this vendor, and 59 banded masks. I think there's another banded piece. No, it's spring mail boots. It's useless because I actually have better than banded. I have ornate chain boots that I was able to buy off a vendor and fell with. So, buy 1 banded gauntlets and 1 banded mask. It's very cheap. It's a couple plat each. Much better than leather. And it's taking my AC up. And let's sell these leather pieces. And I'm selling the leather for over a plat. Well, this is not quite a plat, but so it's not bad actually. I'm quite close to level 4. Somebody's casting Soot and Binds. D. Jones. Dr. Jones. Oop. See, every little fall is going to damage you. Oops. She'll have to invite me. Now I'm going shaman speed. Wow, that's a huge difference. Let's go kill those pixies. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to call the video here, and we'll show grouping at Orc Hill next video at some point. I'll try to get up to level 5, then get out there. And one of the primary reasons why I want to show Greater Faydark is it's my favorite newbie area. I like Orc Hill. I like hunting for pixies and being in the newbie area here. It was also the very, very first area I ever went in when I started playing EverQuest back in 1999. And so there's a bit of a nostalgia factor there for me. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.